Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about NNDM stock and why Nano Dimension will not be rushing into any acquisitions or mergers right now. I will also go over 3 value stocks while explaining why I think NNDM is technically a value stock. After that, we will address Nano Dimension's price targets by analysts, along with some NNDM stock price predictions. Then lastly, we will briefly talk about 3D systems, ticker symbol DDD, which could be a great 3D printing play along with Nano Dimension. Go and press the like button right now for more NNDM stock updates, and let's make you some free money with Webull. Webull is a free brokerage app where you can buy and sell stocks, options, and cryptocurrencies. But right now, you can get 2 free stocks with Webull. You can get the first free stock, which can be worth anywhere from $2 to $250 for just creating an account. And you can get a second free stock, which can be worth up to $1,600 if you invest $100 or more on your first deposit. You will have a 1 in 100 chance of getting stocks like Facebook, Starbucks, or Snapchat, and you have a 1 in 50 chance of getting stocks like Google or Procter & Gamble. To get this offer, just press on the link in my description box down below, but do it quickly because this offer will not last forever. And without further ado, let's get into today's stories. Nano Dimension is a 3D printing company that uses additive manufacturing to produce high-performance electronics, and in a recent conference, Nano Dimension's CEO had this to say about their multitude of offerings, and I quote, "Obviously, the company has changed dramatically. We did not raise money at dilutive prices. We basically mounted our armor in order to prepare for what we perceive is going to happen in the near future." So Nano Dimension stock offerings were because they were preparing for low revenues in 2020, and it also prepared them for a possible merger or acquisition opportunity. But now that Nano Dimension has this money and we are climbing out of the rut that we found ourselves in 2020, what is preventing Nano Dimension from taking action on an acquisition right now? Well, Nano Dimension's CEO wants to hold on to some of the cash because it gives them an edge in liquidity compared to their competitors, and because the CEO wants the market to fully return to normal before making an acquisition, which would make the acquisition cheaper in his view. Nano Dimension is more than content with just sitting on their pile of cash while waiting patiently for an acquisition opportunity. Listen to what the CEO had to say, and I quote, "If you are not patient and waiting to see something in a quarter or two, don't invest in Nano Dimension." Basically, he's saying that if you want fast money and you're not willing to hold for the long run, then just don't invest into his company. But why should we believe the CEO? Well, I think a good place to start is his bottom line. In 2020, Nano Dimension's CEO was paid $14.6 million. But the good news is that $14 million of that was paid to him in NNDM stocks. So this gives incentive for him to want the stock price to go higher. Right now, I will point out 3 companies that the market really has not woken up to yet. And to me, these are all value stock plays, which are trading below their true value. The first one is Ocugen, ticker symbol OCGN. Then we also have a SPAC whose ticker symbol is IPOE. And lastly, we have Nano Dimension's NNDM stock, which is trading at a discount, so it's a great value right now. We will start off with Ocugen, which is a biotech play that develops gene therapies whose main objective is to cure blindness. And right now, its therapeutics have not gone into phase 1 clinical testing yet, which could provide us with a great catalyst later down the road. However, the main buzz is concerning their partner, who developed a vaccine which is 81% effective for the illness, which is cleared in India, but it still needs to go through the USA FDA to get approval in the United States. If approved, the stock price could see a giant spike, and the 2 firms plan on selling 100 million doses. Now, I'm excited for this one because IPOE stock will take SoFi public, which is a personal finance company which gives home loans, student loans, personal loans, investments, credit cards, and much more. more. This year alone, SoFi is predicted to grow its revenues by 60% up to $1 billion. SoFi currently has 1.72 million members, and 775,000 of their current members end up signing up for more than one product. So I am very excited for this, and it's very cheap right now. Of course, Nano Dimension stock is always a good pick for future growth. Some people think Nano Dimension's 3D printing machines cost too much money, which are priced around $100,000 to $250,000, but the device saves the buyer so much time and money it's well worth its price. By 2025, the global 3D printing market will likely be around $2.4 billion worth, which is not impressive, but because Nano Dimension has so much cash on hand and their cash burn rate is around 35.7 million a year, even if Nano Dimension had no business until 2025 or even 2030, they could still survive. We simply are just waiting for the 3D printing market to take off, which is why Nano Dimension should be a long-term hold. The consensus from stock analysts say that NNDM stock will be worth around $10 this year as its minimum. However, I still hold to the fact that NNDM stock will hit $25 this year when the acquisition or another catalyst is announced. However, that does not mean it will stay at that price. If you want another 3D printing stock to look into, try 3D Systems, ticker symbol DDD, which ARK Invest and Cathie Wood have been buying this whole month. The stock is at a big discount recently, even though their net income and revenues have increased year over year, but DDD stock is still up around 174% this year compared to the S&P 500 benchmark, which is only up 4.6% in the same time period. 3D Systems revenue is predicted to grow again by double-digit percentages in 2021, and on top of that, their 3D printing technology, specifically in the healthcare industry, will drive their future growth. 3D Systems is set for moderate growth in the healthcare business for the near and medium term. This also allows them to achieve a higher margin compared to other sectors and their competitors that are not in healthcare. Another great option which recently got back its fourth quarter results is Desktop Metal, ticker symbol DM, which has polymer 3D printing technology due to its acquisition with Envision TEC. This technology allows Desktop Metal to compete with 3D Systems and other 3D printing companies within the business of healthcare. Nano Dimension also has the capability to enter the healthcare market, but I would like to see an acquisition from them, just like what DM did to enter this exact market. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, comment down below your thoughts, and I will see all of you in the next YT video.